What's up, guys? I'm Roscoe M, and welcome to First Impressions, the series where I play a game for roughly half an hour and then tell you what I thought. And today we're taking a look at... Oh, for God's sake. Someone put the wrong goddamn game in. We're not looking at Crash anymore! Right, let's switch it over. That's better. Spyro Reignited Trilogy. There we go. And specifically today, we're going to be taking a look at the first game, Spyro the Dragon. So let's play that opening cutscene.
Okay, rolling.
It's been peaceful here in the Five Worlds, or is it six? For a dragon's age, we now have 12,000 treasure, or is it 14,000?
What about this Ganasty Ganok character? Now, I understand he's found a magic spell to turn gems into warriors for his cause.
I'll take that question. Nasty Nork is a simple creature.
Simple?
He has been contained in a remote world and is no threat to the Dragon Kingdom.
No threat?
Besides, he is ugly.
Ugly? That does it!
Huh? Looks like I've got some things to do.
Now that we've seen that, the game starts up and already you guys can see that this game is stunning. Spyro the Dragon Reignited Trilogy is one of the best looking games I have ever seen. Personally, I prefer the Crash Insane Trilogy that came out before this, but this game does have a beautiful cartoony aesthetic to it. And it just looks absolutely fantastic. Now, I do need to mention, because it does show up pretty quickly into the gameplay, that there is a little bit of stuttering in the game, and I have noticed this only through the recording. I can't see it when I play, but on the recording there is a little bit of a stutter. And I have heard that from other reviews as well, that the game tries to go for 60 FPS, but a lot of the time it actually manages to stutter down to around about 30 or so, which is a little bit of an issue, but at the same time, the game's still fun to play. And also, as you guys seen with the menu options, we have the option to change from original music to reignited music. And the difference is that the Reignited Trilogy has a more dynamic soundtrack that changes with the gameplay, whereas the original soundtrack is self-explanatory. It's the original soundtrack, which I decided to play for, or decided to play to, because I want to get the most OG Spyro experience possible. Which is and I think that being able to change the soundtrack is a massive step up from Crash Insane, which only had the Insane versions of the soundtrack, rather than also using original uncompressed versions of the songs made by Josh Manso, which were uploaded to his SoundCloud. If you guys want to check that out, I will try and remember to put that in the description. For a little bit more context on these first impressions, I never played any of the original Spyro games, and also I was very hesitant about this game actually, because I heard a lot of negatives in people's reviews, so I was very much shaky on my opinions on this game. But after playing it a little bit, I actually really enjoyed it, and Spyro is one of those series that is an absolute classic along with Crash Bandicoot that I've wanted to try out for a little while, and going back to the PS1 games can be a little bit tricky, especially trying to get a hold of them. That can be one of the most difficult parts, but I feel that this game is, from what I've played so far, is definitely good enough to be considered maybe not the definitive version of the games, but certainly a really good version of the Spyro series, and I would most likely recommend it to people who have an interest in Spyro. or even fans of the original game who maybe haven't picked this up yet, I would definitely recommend that you guys play this. But yeah, the game also has a couple issues with loading. The loading screens in the game are very long the first time that you try and load into an area. Now, this is slightly understandable for the fact that you have to load up into a whole new area and it has to load all the beautiful graphics and such. But, given that, the load times are still slightly obnoxious. Although I do think they are improved over Crash Insane, where Crash Insane just had the black screen with the word loading. Spyro actually allows you to control him. You can move him left, you can move him right, you can breathe fire, and you can flap your wings. So it's a little bit more interactive than the Crash Trilogy remake, which is definitely a step up. But yeah, that was my first impressions of Spyro Reignited Trilogy, at least for Spyro 1. When I play Spyro 2 and Ripto's Rage and Year of the Dragon, I will definitely do separate videos on them, just like I did with the Crash Trilogy. But I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Only if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.